Merry Christmas, everyone. It's time for your boys. We back. The Dissect DJs in the building with your boy DJ MC. Jag. And of course, Steezy.
A Merry Christmas to all our dissectees out there. I've never called any of our fans that before, and I don't know if I'm going to keep doing it again, but it felt right this time because I guess we're just in the Christmas spirit. I mean, look at us.
As well as we are the DJs that like to
spin it, mix it, throw it back, and dissect it.
Dissect DJs. Good to see you. Merry Christmas. Hope everyone had a fantastic 2025. I know some of us had a good one. Some of us had bad one. We had our ups. We had our downs. Hey, that's what the new year is all about.
That's what
Christmas is all about.
Part of the joy of Christmas season is you could celebrate what you enjoyed about the year, or you could be like, this year sucked. And you know what? I'm happy it's coming to an end. Let's get into this next bitch and have a party there, you know? Let's start anew.
And with that said, what would you say? Would you say this year was a get the fuck out of here year? Or would you say this year is a I loved it?
I'm ready to get to 2026.
Yeah?
It's all right.
I can see that. My 2025 was good. I feel like it was, this year was kind of one of those years that was just a year. It really didn't stand out for me. Some years are like that. Some years are a little.
It was just a year.
It was just a year.
You live enough, you have those years that you're like, I might not remember it that much, but it was all right. I lived through it. I was there then, and I'm here now.
I like that.
And we're moving towards the future. So, in honor of our annual Christmas episode, which we've tried to at least, I don't know. I know we used to do an annual episode for the 3 Things About podcast, which is why I actually thought we had done this song before. But then I looked into our archives and I realized we've never actually dissected this song. We just used it as a intro with me, Jason, and Greg. We all sang this intro for one of our 3 Things About Christmas episodes.
And I remember I was unable to be at that episode because I had jalapeno poppers and my stomach was on fire.
Which is why I remember the words we said is, this year, Justino's not here. Must have been jalapenos.
And it was. If you've ever had some, extraordinary...
We don't need to get into it.
Okay.
The song that we're choosing to celebrate Christmas this year is Wham! Last Christmas.
Last Christmas. Do you remember Last Christmas?
Yeah. Yeah, I do.
I kind of don't. I hate that about life. You know, sometimes life goes through you like, wait, it was only 1 year ago. You know what Christmas I remember? Is when I was about 7 years old, and I was so happy because it was Christmas. And I went to go wake up my sister, my sister's 5 years older than me, right? So I'm 7, she's 12. And I don't know if you've seen girls or boys at the age of 12 to 13, but they are absolute assholes. So I was like, Nene, it's Christmas. And she was like, get out of here. I don't care.
That age demographic, I totally see this.
She said that. I don't care. And I was like, when it's Christmas.
No, I get it. You're an annoying little kid at that point who's way overexcited about Christmas. She's at the age now where she's like becoming a teenager. And
she found out Santa's not real.
I don't get that excited about Christmas anymore, and your enthusiasm is actually annoying me
excessive, right? My mama came in like, you need to get happy about Christmas. And they got in the biggest 5-minute fight, and I was crying.
Just because of that? You soft, bro. You told me you had this bad memory of Christmas, and that was it. She was cool at that point. She was 12. She got other shit to do than like get all like jump on the bed about being excited for Christmas.
I kind of teared up right now, to be honest. I went back to being 7, you know? I put myself there, and I kind of cried. Let me clear up. Stop being a bitch.
We talked in the Halloween episode about what age was best for Halloween, and I feel like it kind of matches what age is best for Christmas. Because like the same age that like trick-or-treating hits the best, Christmas hits the best because you're legitimately excited about like Santa Claus, the magic that you actually legitimately believe in with Christmas.
It's all about your consciousness has not actually developed yet. So you're not really conscious of the world. You kind of have this imaginary thought. And so everything that's imaginary is still possible. The Easter Bunny, the Tooth Fairy, and of course, big old Santa coming down the chimney, of which I was always confused by because my apartment that I lived in growing up didn't have a chimney. So I was like, how is he getting in this place? But somehow the milk was gone and the cookies were eaten.
Who could have done that?
Yeah.
The realistic thing about it is like there was like the signs were there all over the place, but we just chose to ignore them because we were just like happy children. We wanted to be in the magic.
Well, I didn't want to. I just was in the magic,
You just were.
thinking everything was.
You're just excited to do it. This is what all the adults have told me, so like, why would I have reason to disregard that? Which began Justin's life of having trust issues and always questioning everything.
Let me tell you, I question
Yeah.
everything. Well, I
Yeah.
guess we're going off topic. So Wham! Last Christmas.
A 1984 classic. I would like to present a specific question about this song that we are dissecting today.
Okay.
So I will present a question at the beginning of the episode, and then we will determine at the end of it. I'd say when we do our slaps and snaps, it's a good time to like kind of decide.
I like it.
Let's answer the question that we
Changing
started
things
in the
up.
beginning. Yeah.
150 episodes
What
in.
have we learned here today? Basically, that's what I want to do. 1, is this song a happy song or a sad song? 2, is this a genuine Christmas classic? And now I have subcategories for this, okay?
I like it.
For what I determine to be a true Christmas classic.
And 3? Do you have a third one? Because usually things come in 3s, or just have the 2.
I do have a third, but
Okay.
I said I had subcategories, so like let me read off the subcategories.
Oh, you're back on 2. Okay,
I'm still on 2.
got it.
What makes a true Christmas classic?
That's a detailed. I don't know if I'm going to be able to help with that.
I kept it easy for you.
All right.
Does it feel like the true Christmas aura? When you feel it, when you hear it, does it have like that spiritual, like, when you say spiritual and we're talking about Christmas, it almost like gets like muddied up because you're like, oh, does it make you think of like church and stuff? I'm like, no, I'm not talking. Does the sound of it feel like that, like kind of winter wonderland feel? Does it feel like a song that you're like, oh yeah,
Got
that
it.
feels like Christmas? Is the song actually kind of grating? Because the true fact is a lot of these Christmas songs that get trotted out every year, actually kind of an annoying song. I want it to not be that because those songs are going to get played and people will call them classics. But for me, a true Christmas classic is like what I want to hear at a Christmas party. So like the Alvin and the Chipmunks Christmas.
You want to hear Alvin and Chipmunks?
No, I'm labeling things that I don't want to hear during
Got it.
Christmas.
I was
But
like-
you're
I was
going
like, I
to
don't
hear
wanna
it.
hear that.
We dissected that song a few years ago, actually. And
Yeah. Terribly annoying.
if you're a big fan of Alvin and the Chipmunks, maybe don't listen to it. But
Because
yeah,
we hate it.
if you want to shit all over it, hey, join us with that because that's what happened. Have you ever heard like a very Christmas song in like July and it just fucking hits you horribly wrong?
It pissed you off. It almost like irritated you damn near beyond belief. Yes.
I actually have an ex-girlfriend that used to love Christmas music so much. She would literally put it on in like June. I would just be like, can you turn, like, I'm never one to be like, can you turn that music up? But like hearing I'll Be Home for Christmas in like the middle of June, like it's just disorienting. I'd be
It
like,
is.
what are you?
However, I have DJ'd a party halfway till Christmas party. So it is in
All right,
June.
well, if it's a theme, then I'm okay with it. But
All
like,
right, well, I'm just telling you.
if it's just like your
Because we were
music,
in June, and it was like Christmas. It was nothing but Christmas. Everybody just did Christmas and Santa's because it was halfway till Christmas. And it was like, oh, I like this idea. This is cool. The Christmas party in June. What?
I'm okay with it if it's like the theme of the party.
Yeah.
But if it's like just your music that you listen to while like cleaning the house, I don't know. That's just gonna. There's certain Christmas songs.
pissed
that's
me
like,
off right
I
now.
got 1 month.
You
that I'm
pissed me
happy.
off right now. I just want you to know.
What did I do?
Fucking Christmas music in July for cleaning up the house.
Yeah.
I got irritated thinking about it right now.
Dude, I used to deal with this like on a daily basis. I'm not even joking. Like it was her go-to music to listen to, and it was disorienting. Is the only word I could use. So that's what I want to have answered by the end of this. But saying that, we've gone too long without hearing Wham sing it. So, George.
Last Christmas I gave you my heart, but the very next day you gave it away. This year, to save me from tears, I'll give it to someone special. Last Christmas I gave you my heart, but the very next day you gave it away. This year, to save me
I will say that little bing, ding, 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 ding really makes it Christmassy. Can we just agree with that? Like that little
The bells in this song.
the intermissions, the intermissions of the song really give this a Christmas like ding, ding, ding.
Absolutely.
I love that shit.
George Michael and Andrew Ridgeley. I just remembered that.
Oh, okay, that's the.
So obviously everybody remembers
Wham!
Wham! Wham! They remember that that's George Michael, but they always forget that Andrew Ridgeley was the other guy.
nobody
And
knows him.
he must have had like such a tough rap because like I remember even recently watching an old SNL episode from like the 80s. It was like a Dennis Miller on the Weekend Update desk, and he was like, "Here's how cold it is," and he was making a bunch of jokes about like how cold thing. And like the second last one was like Andrew Ridgeley's career, and I'm like, dude, what a fucking cold joke. Like, let's think of Andrew Ridgeley for a second. Okay, everybody knew that George Michael was a star, so you ended up in this group with George Michael, who's clearly gonna be like a big star, and So that was why Wham ended up being so successful. But like, just because he goes on to great success on his own, like, doesn't mean like you have to be like shit on as some failure of the industry. Like, oh, who remembers Andrew Ridgeley?
You know what would suck is if like George Michael got his career going. He had faith, gotta have faith, and all that shit, right? And out of nowhere, what if he had like a concert? And he was like, you know what? And with that, I'm going to bring out my boy George Ridgeley or whatever the fuck you say.
Andrew Ridgeley. Yeah.
Andrew Ridgeley. Come on out, Andrew. And Andrew comes out like, last Christmas. And they sing a song. And he's like, okay, and cool, get off.
I mean,
I
basically.
got other songs I'm going to sing right now. And then he was like, all right, thanks.
Okay, so from a modern sense, what we're basically describing is basically like Justin Timberlake and everybody in NSYNC.
Everybody in sync.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it's basically the same thing where
Absolutely.
it's like, you.
Bobby Brown and the rest of.
Belle Biv DeVoe was a fucking.
The other two, nobody knows the other two.
What are you talking about? Belle Biv DeVoe were a huge.
Nobody
success.
knows the other two.
Yes.
No, the other two did
Michael
not become.
Bivins?
We're going to fight right now, dude.
Dude, Belle Biv DeVoe became like a huge group.
I don't know
in
any of the
the
other
90s.
two. All I know is
That
Bobby.
girl is poison.
Yeah, I know them.
Yeah, that's Belle Biv DeVoe.
What did the other two do? Is what
You're
I'm trying to
saying
say.
Two of them got cut off outside.
Yeah, and then Bobby Brown took off, and the other two were just like, I'm just going to poison.
So you're saying three of them were Belle Biv DeVoe, and
One made it.
Belle Biv DeVoe was a huge group. We're gonna fight about that. I strongly disagree.
So was
They
Wham.
did very
So
well.
was Wham.
Yeah,
and
but-
then one made it.
No.
Is my point.
Dude,
I'm making a great point here, and the fact that
I
you're-
don't think you understand the
what?
point
I'm
I'm
gonna
making.
fight. I'm gonna Christmas fight you right now. I'm gonna Grinch you.
New Edition kicks out Bobby Brown, and they start a new group called Belle Biv DeVoe. Bobby Brown goes off. He has a great, successful career himself.
And
They
what happened to the
both
other
did
two?
fine. Belle Biv DeVoe was great. They had a great career.
What other song did they do?
I can't think off the top of my head about it.
I win. I won that one, guys.
Everybody knows Belle Biv DeVoe. I actually have heard
Everybody
multiple
knows
other
Wham.
songs.
Everybody
I
knows
just
Wham. I mean, I'm gonna win this one. I won this one. So, Merry Christmas to me.
Can we get into the lyrics?
Sure.
All right, I pulled them up.
Yeah,
Hey,
because in all honesty, let's talk about that. Last Christmas, I gave you my heart. Right?
Yeah, we
you're
haven't
gonna
talked about
read
what
them.
this means.
Last Christmas, I gave you my heart, but the very next day, she gave it away. That's fucked up. They must have you think they probably. I've had that though. Where you ever had that night?
How does that happen?
You ever had that night where you're like, you're in love with somebody, you guys are having a great night, and then the next day they both wake up like, okay, I have my boyfriend over here though. Like, that was just one night. Like,
I actually have another Christmas party to go to,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
this
yeah,
guy
that kinda-
invited
yeah.
me, so which
yeah,
also
I
makes
get
you
it.
wonder, like, okay, did this guy just overthink what this Christmas was? Like, maybe
100%.
maybe he was just like thinking that there's a lot going on with this because she hung out with him for like a Christmas party, and then she was like, all right, but she got a guy I'm kind of seeing, and he's like, you gave my heart away. I gave you my heart. And she's
And then
like,
he's just like,
yo, I just gave you a pity make out during that Christmas party. Like,
I was
my B.
drunk. Yeah,
Alright.
exactly.
Got my own thing
And
going
then
on
it's
over
this year. What's the rest of it?
here. All right, let me.
You haven't got the. I thought you had the lyrics.
I did. I pulled it up. Let's actually look at it. This year, to save me from tears, I'll give it to someone special. Yeah, you know what? This guy kind of sounds like a little desperate. fuck to
Yeah,
me,
man.
I'm gonna
He's
be
just
honest.
trying
Like,
to make her
I'll
jealous.
be
Like,
straight up.
yeah. You called it.
All right, so remember my first question: is this song happy or sad?
This is a sad ass
The
song.
moment it sounds like a sad
It's
song.
an extremely sad song.
Yeah, okay, well, let's see where because the video is very happy, and I will say the video supports my argument of the other question I wanted to ask is like, does this capture the Christmas winter aura? And they're like going through like the Alpine Ridge. It got like a group of people like going up to Aspen. And they're like, we're going on a skiing trip together.
Yeah.
And
It
they're all,
seems
like,
super joyous.
super 80s ski gear.
Let's check it out.
Very present in this video.
I keep my distance, but you still catch my eye. Tell me, baby, do you recognize me? Well, it's been a year, it doesn't surprise me. Happy Christmas. I wrapped it up and sent it with a note saying I love you. I meant it. Now I know what a fool I've been. But if you kissed me now, I know you'd fool me again. Last Christmas I gave you my heart, but the very next day you gave it away. This year, to save me from tears, I'll give it to someone special.
Yeah, there was a lot going on there. Can you read the lyrics on that? Because I actually never really paid attention, and it sounds like he was like trying to make her feel guilty, and she didn't remember a thing. He was like, yeah, I don't remember that.
Is there a lot going on here that I don't even know?
Yeah, give me the rest of those
All
next
right,
lyrics.
so we know the main lyrics. Once bitten and twice shy. I keep my distance, but you still catch my eye. Tell me, baby, do you recognize me? Whoa, this is...
and she's like,
not a
and
good
she's
start.
like, no.
That definitely
you again?
indicates that this isn't like a relationship that went wrong. This was like a fling, maybe a one-night thing.
I think it was a one night thing. It sounds
Yeah.
like it was like they met. It was a good night, and then she was
And
like,
this guy put way more stock in it than
Way
she
more.
did. You know, she was like, "Yeah, I don't know. I think I got drunk at that Christmas party. Did we make
is
out?
that, is that who you were? Were you wearing that jacket
Did
with
you
like green and
pull
red?
me in with the mistletoe thing? God damn it! These
good.
fucking
It's good.
mistletoes.
They give me every year.
Well, it's been a year. It doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened. So a year ago, she doesn't remember him. He's like, yeah, and of course you wouldn't remember. It was a year ago.
He's like, it doesn't surprise me that you wouldn't remember me.
Yeah, this guy's. I don't
This
like the way
guy's like, he says, "Happy Christmas." I wrapped it up and sent it with a note saying, "I love you. I meant it." Bruh, chill on your desperation right now.
Poor guy.
Now I know what a fool I've been. All right, good. So you're starting to figure it out.
At least he understands he's been simping.
Yeah, but I also feel like he's using this to further simp. You know the type. The one that's going to use like, I now realize what a fool I've been. And you're still using
He's
that as a simp tool.
Oh, he's
now
trying to play the crybaby game.
Yeah, you're trying to use the like, pity me.
The pity game.
Meh,
I've seen it done.
we know.
It actually works, but man, is
Sometimes.
it disappointing to watch.
Maybe.
It's frustrating to watch
Maybe.
from the outside perspective. You're like, ew, dude. What
Dude, is that shit actually working on you right now?
Ew, dude.
That's even worse than when you let him hit with that fucking mistletoe game.
Are you man? Come on, man up.
I'm not done with the line though.
Oh, go.
But if you kiss me now, I know you'd fool me again. This fool me sad.
Terrible. Terrible.
I feel like I could answer that first question already. This
Answer
song
it.
be sad, dude.
Song is sad. At least
This
for one
is
party.
a fucking
At least
desperate.
for one guy in this video. My goodness, dude.
Yeah, you're right. That was just the first verse. By the way, that second verse, was that not George Michael? Was that what Andrew sounds like?
I think it might have been Andrew.
Yeah, you know what he sounds like? Remember when we did a Soul Decision week like years ago?
Yes.
He sounds like that one singer in Soul Decision,
That
which
just-
I think I remember calling that out at the time.
Nobody
like,
remembers him, singer kind of thing.
yeah, but he just great voice. I liked it. Okay, so then let's go to verse 2.
Okay.
A crowded room, friends with tired eyes. I'm hiding from you and your soul of ice. My God, I thought you were someone to rely on. This dude is a bitch, dude.
He put way too much into that one night, man.
He's
He put
such a
way
fucking
too
sad
much.
little sip, man. You made out with a girl like one time at a Christmas party like last year, and now like you're like, oh my God, she's back. I'm gonna hide in a crowded room. Wait a second. Don't let her see me.
Yeah.
I'm not here. Hey,
terrible.
if Janet asks if I'm here, I'm not. Okay?
But if she really asks, I'm in the corner. Tell
She
her.
can fool me again if she wants to, though. Okay, tell her I'm here. Tell her I'm here. But, like, don't make it obvious. But, like, Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna go over there and stand by her and just kind of lurk in the region. And she'll know what to do. She'll remember it all. We're gonna fall in love all over again. Okay.
He had one mistletoe moment.
Man, you bitch. Okay.
Keep it going.
Oh no, wait! I didn't finish that
go.
that verse. Me? I guess I was a shoulder to cry on.
Oh, so she was like breaking up. So he got her when she was like breaking up with her man on Christmas. He took advantage of that. Probably
That's
made out
worse
with her,
than-
and then thought it was gonna be something when
That's
she was
worse
just.
than mistletoe game.
Oh, this is so bad. Poor Whammy.
Whammy's a good nickname.
Whammy.
Whammy's a good nickname for this random character that we've now centered the plot around. Okay. A face on a lover with a fire in his heart. That's just a fucking stupid thing to say. I'm sorry.
He's
Nobody speaks like that.
Well,
Whammy.
he's trying to knock the guy down.
Nobody talks like
Not
that.
knowing they have a 2-year relationship and she's locked in with him. They just had a bad argument and he's trying to take advantage of that. This has happened. Watch out for these guys, ladies and gentlemen. They're out there.
I'll do you a favor, Whammy. I'm gonna read that again and see if it sounds a little bit
It
cooler
won't
to
go.
me. A face on a lover with a fire in his heart. Oh, there's another line.
Oh.
A man undercover, but you tore him apart.
This is a shady individual who took advantage of a young lady who had an argument with her man and used his as a shoulder to cry on. They possibly made out that night, and he was like, "She's mine."
At most.
She's
I'm gonna
mine.
say at
yeah, they may
most.
not have made out, right? I'm almost. Putting
I don't
a little
even know
X's.
that. He just literally said that shoulder to
I
cry
think,
on.
I think it may have just been her crying on his shoulder.
She might have just got like a hug out of the situation. He's like, "Oh my god, I'm so in love.
I'm in.
I
I'm
am in." But then the last line of that verse might even be the lamest of all.
How?
Now I found a real love. Never fooled again. What are the odds?
Well, at least he learned from the situation.
I don't think so.
No.
He's like, now I found a real love. This girl I met at this year's party, she asked me how my day was. She asked me if I'm enjoying the Christmas spirit right now.
And guess what? I'm
And
in
then
love
she
now.
touched my leg.
And we're getting married next Thursday. Yeah, exactly. This guy is extreme with his feelings.
7,000.
Simping.
Next day, you gave it away. This year, to save me from tears, I'll give it to someone special, special. Oh, crowded room, friends with tired eyes. I'm hiding from you and your soul of eyes. My God, I thought you were someone to rely on. Me, I guess I was a shoulder to cry on. A face on a lover with a fire in his heart. A man undercover, but you tore me apart. Ooh, now I found a real love. You'll never fool me again. Last Christmas I gave you my heart, but the very next day you gave it away. This year, to save me from tears, I'll give it to someone special, special. Last Christmas I gave you my heart, but the very next day you gave me away. This year, to save me from tears, I'll give it to someone special, special. Face on a lover with a fire in his heart. Gave you my
I feel like we're completely correct on our synopsis of this whole situation.
Yeah.
This is what Dissect DJs do. We break it down and we
This is what the dissect DJs
completely dissect and
do.
figure out exactly what's happening in each track. And ladies and gentlemen, we got this one down packed.
I believe it because you usually would hear this song at a Christmas party. You'd be like, oh, it's a sweet song about love. A man who dealt with heartbreak by some harlot that took his heart and then just cheated on him the next day. Didn't even appreciate everything he did for her. Now we look at the lyrics tight and we're like, This fool's just a simp. He just didn't fucking know. He didn't know how to deal with a girl like brushing his leg and asking him how his Christmas was going. That's what.
According to the video, it seems like they had a day together. Like they were hanging out, and it was just something random.
So
Sounds
the
like
video
they had one day.
The video goes for a totally different vibe. But really, it's like a group of friends going to like the mountains.
It almost seems like, remember the scene from Dumb and Dumber?
Yeah, exactly. Aspen, yeah.
Yeah, Aspen, where the, not Lloyd, but the other one, Harry, right? They had the snowballs, and they're like throwing it at each other. And then
there was snowball fights going on
and he
and stuff.
slams her in the face and gets all pissed off. Like they're having a moment.
Yeah, they were doing snowball fights. They got in a gondola. There was that one shot of like George Michael and a girl like hanging by the fire, like perfectly.
It was all
like
part
framed.
of that one day they had.
And he gave her like a pin. He put like a pin on her like beanie or whatever, and then they had like a long shot where it was just showing the beanie. Like I could see like, oh, let's show a little quick shot of it, but it stayed on frame and like did a long fade out. Yeah, for like 7 seconds.
Yeah.
Think about that in music video time.
That's a lot.
It's like 6% of the video. By the way, we didn't really discuss our holiday garb that we brought to the table.
I mean, I'm clearly.
You've got that one ready to go at any Christmas party.
Shows I'm ready to party.
It's like a reindeer, Christmas tree, snowflake combo.
Yeah, it's the perfect.
It's almost got a little bit Kwanzaa feel to it, if you wanted to.
All the above. All the
You know,
above.
it's a
Anything you
leopard
want to
print
be.
hat. He's got all the colors
I got
covered.
cheetah randomly on my.
Right?
I don't even know what to do with that, but yes.
Yeah. This, I feel like my hoodie confuses people when they see that.
Is that just a dude in a Christmas outfit with shorts? Like, I've never even seen.
So this is my man, Nate Burleson, who I used to work with at NFL.
Oh, Nate. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ex-football player, right?
He's gone on to do awesome things at CBS, but when I used to work at the NFL Network, he worked there, and he made some merch for himself. The key with this is he's got the shorts, and that was like his look. I don't know if he still does it, but back then, like it'd be like the Super Bowl, and they do like a red carpet thing, and he would always like wear a suit with shorts, and I'll tell you, he made it actually look good. I've seen people not be able to pull that off. He's the only guy I've ever seen that I was like, on Nate, it looks good. He like makes it work. So he hooked me up with this hoodie, and it's like I don't have a whole lot of Christmas gear to wear, so
It's a good one.
Throw it on, and you know what? It also keeps me cozy as fuck. So if I was hanging out with the Wham boys up in the mountains,
it's not as crazy as my outfit.
Yeah, but that's our
a little
thing.
outlandish.
You like to go a little bit extra.
That's who I am.
Extra
That's
step
what I am.
outlandish. You know what I mean? You could pull that coat off a lot better than I can.
Can I tell you one of my worst Christmases?
Absolutely.
I already said to my sister, Nini.
I thought that was your worst Christmas ever.
That was one of the worst.
Your sister didn't want to hang out with you.
I got one other one.
It was probably like early in the morning when you did that shit too. It was like,
oh, it was like 6 a.m.
oh,
It was time to wake up.
That, dude. I'm on Nini's side now, dude.
Yeah,
Get out of my room.
Okay, my other one. I come from a separated family where I have a stepmom, right? And I didn't really like my stepmom. I didn't really like her. Whatever. I didn't like her. Okay? And I'm in there, and it's Christmas, and I'm like being sneaky because it's at that age where you're like trying to figure things out. I'm like 11, right? I'm like, what is
Being
this?
sneaky.
And I look in the room real quick, and I see her wrapping gifts. And I'm like, oh, shit. But I saw the exact gift she wrapped. And I was like, okay, I saw that gift. The next morning, I wake up, and that gift is sitting there. I'm like, wait a minute, dude. That gift, I saw her wrapping it, so therefore that's from Mary. I go up to the gift, and guess who it's from? It's from Santa.
Yeah.
And that was the day I realized.
That's how you figured that shit out?
That's how I realized. I was heartbroken. I was like, Santa's not real. My stupid stepmom is Santa, and I hate her.
Wow.
I hated her. She's cool now.
Dude, she hooked you up with a present.
Yeah, whatever.
And you were like, we're spying on her.
I always liked that when I think it was my mom or somebody used to put Santa, but really bought by me. Like it was like, oh yeah, don't forget the emphasis is on who.
Something I've learned as I got older is like how much Christmas actually like depends on it's all the parents. So like we grow up with this visual of like what Christmas is supposed to look like, and I was fortunate. It sounds like you were fortunate enough to like kind of grow up with that look. Like I would get a Christmas tree at Christmas. We'd have a Christmas tree. I'd wake up on Christmas morning and there were presents there, and we'd have stockings hung, and it was great. But there's gotta be a bunch of parents out there that are just like
over it. I did this last year, dude.
This year.
Not only that,
we're getting a fucking Christmas tree, dude. I was like,
so much work.
Yeah, like I'm not doing the whole Christmas thing, and you just kind of gotta be like, I guess, all right, I guess Christmas. Like the parents, like my mom made like Christmas happen. They do it completely unselfishly because then they give all the credit to this fictional guy who just like comes
like,
in and
Santa got
we're-
me this gift.
And
You
I'm
didn't-
like, Santa!
You didn't give me shit, Mom. Santa got it for me. It's like,
Oh,
no,
you were talking about good Christmas. I still remember, like, when I was, I don't know, like 7 or 8. I remember when Sega Genesis had, like, first come out.
Oh, and Santa got you that?
We got a Sega Genesis, like, me and my brothers, and I
From
was
Santa?
so hyped. Yeah, it was from Santa. Santa got all the cred. And guess what? That was one of my favorite gifts ever because that was, like, the second iteration of video games that ever happened. So think about that, all you gamers out there.
that.
Like, up until that point in, like, my life.
I never got Sega.
We had like Nintendo, and that was like what we knew as video games. And then for the first time ever, they're like, there's another version of video games, and this one is dope.
And it was.
This one has Street Fighter.
Sonic.
And we all knew Street Fighter as that awesome arcade game. Like, dude, you could play Street Fighter at home? Are you shitting me?
Yeah, it was crazy.
That sounds amazing.
And then Sonic was its own world too on Sega Genesis. It was like, what is this world? Yeah, I remember.
I think that was like the most excited I ever was for like getting a gift. Is I was like, dude, we're gonna have Sega here? Are you shitting me?
And Santa was the reason.
It was
not
all-
your mom or parents that they actually bought it. Yeah, I got you.
Fuck Santa,
I have
man.
a
It was
feel-
all
Yeah, fuck
took
Santa.
all the credit for that. No, like,
I have a feeling when I
my
have
mom
kids,
and dad hooked
when I
that
have
up.
kids, I'm gonna be like, Santa's cool, but I bought you that shit. Okay,
But let's be real.
Let's be real. I got it.
I'm gonna break your spirit early.
Yeah, I'm gonna. I
okay?
think I am. I told my girl, like, we have kids. I'm breaking that shit. Tooth Fairy's gonna be like, yeah, the Tooth Fairy came, but he told me to pay, so I paid. Like, I'm gonna make sure I put the emphasis on the parenting. I'm gonna do that. I'm too practical, and also I gotta be honest. The heartbreak that happened to me when I found out Santa wasn't real, and I felt like I was lied to for like all my life, really hit me wrong. So I don't want to lie to my kids.
How old were you?
When that happened, I was like 11 already, dude. I was old when I found out Santa wasn't real. I believed. I was one of those like, no, he's fucking real. I see the gifts. Santa comes. Like a kid once hit me. He was like,
That's
does he
adorable.
come down your chimney? I was like, I don't have a chimney. He comes through the front door. We hook him up. We leave.
We
the door,
have
we
a
leave the doors
special
open.
ordeal arranged with Santa.
The cookies are always eaten. The milk's always gone. Santa's real. Like, I believed. I was a strong believer. And then so it really broke my. I remember being like, again, as you said earlier, trust issues started here. Not knowing that
See-
Santa was not real. And it was like, wait, my parents have been lying to me. Therefore, they lied to me. Therefore, fuck them.
What else have they been lying to me
Especially
about?
my stepmom.
Well, this is interesting when we start bringing psychology into it because
I'm serious.
here's how it went with me is
Uh-oh.
sort of the opposite. Is like, yeah, I always got told like, yeah, Santa, Santa this and that, and you always wanted to believe in everything. And I was like 8. I think I remember like I just kind of was like asking my mom like, hey, can you like, let's be real, like, so is Santa real? Like, what's going on? And I was expecting her to just kind of like keep going, even though I had my suspicions by that age, of course.
Sure.
And she was just like straight up with me. She was like, no, he's not.
I'm telling you, parents, be careful with this. Don't hold this too long because it really does lead to a little bit of doubt of trust with you. And I
At the
know
moment, I was devastated. I was like, wow, all right, I guess I'll go to bed now. And I was like really sad. But I looked back on it and I was like, I gave her the out right there and she took it. I gave her the off ramp.
And
She's
yeah,
like,
and
I
she
don't have
took
to fucking, like, he really wants to know?
That's
All
a
right,
better way.
here it
Mine
is.
came
Yeah,
from
I know. That's what
mine
I'm
came
saying.
from a gift that I
Yeah,
thought,
yeah.
and I caught him. Like, I caught him red-handed, and I was like, wait a minute, I know you're lying to me. So be careful with this. Careful with all the fictional characters. Like, get out of it by 5 and be like, all right, we're not doing that. I bought you that shit. So you get the credit. You're not lying to them. Just trust him. Trust me on this. It's a bad deal that parents do, and it really does lead to trust issues. I've had them all my life. I'm a lot better now, though.
Well,
I feel
you
like
don't have to, like,
No, you acting like I'm kidding. This
you don't
is-
need to go out of your way. I think my dad actually used to like walk on the roof sometimes when I was a kid.
Oh, man, your dad
'cause
went there with
I
it.
know, because like he would ask like the next morning, be like, "Did you hear Santa walking on the roof?" And like I don't really recall whether I
was
heard it.
asleep.
But the very fact that he like would say that suggests that maybe he made that effort. You know what I mean? I remember him one time pointing in the fireplace with like a shoe. It was probably his footprint. He's like, "Oh, you see that footprint right there?" So like,
Oh, he went there. Your
he
dad
pulled
really
he
went
pulled
there.
some game with it, and those were the kind of things that like even as I got a little bit older, I mean not like fucking 11 crazy. Like,
I was
that's-
old.
that's
Maybe
wild.
I wasn't 11.
It was like those little things that I was like, well, the decent conceptual idealization says, nah, this is all bullshit. How does this fat guy with a beard fly all around the world and get through everybody's chimney? Are you kidding me? What could be a harder way
you
to
have
enter
a chimney?
everybody's house? Yeah, we did.
Okay, I didn't have.
But it
any
was
chimneys.
like, what could be a harder way to enter everybody's house than that?
Especially
like
if
the
you're-
story is insane.
especially with the
The
weight
story's
problem. Like there was no
insane.
way. Anyway, yeah, I agree.
Yeah, but then there would be like those little moments like, yeah, but I saw this footprint one time. And my dad said it wasn't his, so like,
I remember running out to see. I remember Santa. So my family used to have a Christmas Eve party.
Explain that then. Explain that.
Yeah.
I'd like say that to my classmates in like kindergarten. I'd be like,
And
dude,
what? Real quick.
then where did that footprint in my fireplace come from then?
Tell me.
It was facing that way.
Remember the time you ate my goldfish and you lied to me and said I never had any goldfish? But why'd I have the bowl, Bart? Why did I have the bowl?
Every Christmas Eve, Santa would show up at the Christmas Eve party and would give out a gift. Oh, another bad memory. So check this out. Santa comes every Christmas Eve, right? And he gives gifts to everyone. All the kids get gifts, and I'm waiting for my gift. I'm waiting, right? And every kid gets a gift. Guess who doesn't get a gift? Didn't get a gift. Santa leaves.
Were you naughty that year?
No, Santa
Oh,
leaves.
Santa?
And I was like, I didn't get a gift. My mom has to remind Santa. He has to come back, and he's like, oh, yeah, I got your gift. They forgot to put my gift in the fake Santa gift. And then and he was like, and I was like, fucking forgot about me. This is not.
Slaps and snaps.
Wait a minute. Before we get into that, if I was DJing this song,
Yeah.
this is the remix that I would actually
Yeah,
throw
let's
in
hear a
there real quick.
remix. I'm ready for that.
This is my favorite part. Here we go. Yeah. Come on. DJ, come on.
Yo, that one rode.
It goes, right?
That one rides, dude.
Yeah, that was good stuff.
I like that one, dude.
All right, hits.
played.
I will throw that in the club. Everybody will get down, and then I'll go into big bitty hoes, and just really throw it off. But anyways,
Actually, funny story about the idea of like mixing this song. I don't know if you remember this, but George Michael actually passed away on Christmas Eve in 2016.
I did not know this.
I remember this because my brother was DJing Christmas Eve. He comes back and he tells me this story where he was DJing that song and somebody said to him like, thanks for playing that song like in memory of George Michael. It's so sad he just died tonight. And he's like, what? And you're like, yeah, George Michael just died like an hour ago. Like, that was like how he found out. And he was like already playing the song.
Now that's DJ intuition right there. I give
Yeah.
your brother credit.
Exactly.
By the way, his brother and I are significantly different DJs, but have been DJing almost equally as long, like I think.
Yeah.
And it's incredible. I've never seen him. He's never seen me. We've never talked.
Both very skilled DJs.
And both very different. It's a
Okay.
trip. It's a trip. But I love it. I
But
love
you
that
would both
there's a-
play this song.
We
You
both-
would play that remix version though.
Oh, yeah. I would get down on that. I think
Let's
I'm done
get
with all my
down.
negative memories of Christmas. Every other memory I've had is good, by the way. I know I had throughout a bunch of negativity as far as things that have happened to me, but all the other Christmases, the 17 other ones, actually it's been like, all the other 37 have been fantastic. So,
You get 4?
Merry Christmas.
I mean,
to
I got
all the others.
a wild one that almost turned out really bad.
All right, finish one more, and then we'll
I'll
go into
speed
slaps
run
and
through
snaps.
it.
Yeah, hit it.
I'd say like while I was still in college, came home one time
Oh, shit, a college negative? All right, go. Oh, my God. I'm
and
scared.
it was one of those moments where like me and my little brother we were like, in much thanks to you, like in a certain point in college, I was like, kind of picked a little bit up of the ganja activity, you know?
Okay.
Yeah, and like we were talking and we were like, you get down on that too now? Like, yeah, all right.
Hey.
Let's go like have a little like break outside. So we end up going my high school, Agora High School. They had this big hill that we called the A Hill because there was a giant cement A on the top.
I remember
of it.
that.
Yeah, we used to do like runs up there when I was on the wrestling team and stuff. We were like, let's go to the A Hill and like just like have a little bowl sesh up there. So we do that. And then while we're up there, and it was a cool like spot when you're up there because you could overlook the whole city. And then we're like, let's like walk around the school and kind of reminisce a little bit. So we do that. We're like walking around the football field and stuff, not knowing that apparently they had high alert systems that are aware when somebody's like walking through the school. We hear some sirens and stuff, but we don't think much of it. As we're walking back up the hill, he's a little ahead of me. And then I just hear put your hands up now. And I hear another one go, if your friend runs, we will shoot. And I'm just, oh yeah, we took the Frisbee. We took the Frisbee to the football field.
Such excessive.
So I walk up the hill and I got a Frisbee in my hand because we had to take the Frisbee to like throw on the football field. I'm holding the Frisbee up and there is like 13 cops, dude. Like, by the way, Agora has like no fucking crime happening, right? So they're like,
man, 13.
You know the cops in Harold and Kumar? Yep. Those guys always reminded me of Agora Police, and I only remember that when I get back there, and like the way they're so excited to they're like, we just heard that there's shots in the park. I'm going. Like they're so excited for any kind of thing.
Hey, listen up, guys. Multiple gunshots fired in Millbrook Park.
Finally, some action. I'm going.
No, I'm going. Lock and load. Woo!
We made these guys day. He's like, drop the Frisbee or we will shoot.
They knew what they were doing, dude. They were messing with you guys so hard.
Oh, man. And they immediately like starts frisking me. He's like, where's the weed? Where's your weapons? Where's your drugs? And I'm like... And this was like the first time I remember like being frisked with that. And even though it was like actually my brother's weed, I was like, oh, I got some in the car. Where's some? And then
you told him where it was.
I know, I was a rook, dude. But I just didn't want my brother to get in trouble, so I like copped up for it. And then like of course they found it. And, like they throw us in the back seat. Me and my brother are in the back of a cop car, both with like cuffs on. And I'm just like, can I, Mom, please not be woken up Christmas morning by being told like her two sons are like in fucking jail. And I remember as we were back there, me and him were talking, and he's just like, man, this is the first time I've been in the back of a cop car with cuffs on. I'm like, yeah, me too, actually. And he's like, and I'm like, you know what? If this ends up working out, it's a pretty epic experience. And we gave one of these. We gave like the...
You guys gave a pound while in cuffs?
Yeah, while in cuffs.
Classic, dude. Yeah.
And
how are you not going to say the story tonight? That if you weren't going to say this, I'm pissed.
Yeah.
Gotta say that. How have we not talked about this before? That's classic.
I don't know, man.
That's so funny.
Feels personal. I don't want to get too personal.
It's a good one. It's a good one. You had to say that one. I actually didn't know this about the Castle. I've known him for fucking 20 years.
Yeah. I rarely tell this story.
That's a good one.
And I just remember the police, he like asked us a question, and I was like, I started to answer. I was like, well, we were just, and he's like, you are smoked out of your mind, dude. You don't even know what I'm talking about right now. Like, dude, those policemen suck, dude. They're so bad.
It was Christmas. They probably had nothing, and they were like, oh, we got it.
Oh, dude, they were so hyped. I swear to God, we could hear
nothing, dude.
While we were back there and the car was closed, the door was closed, and I'm sitting back there. Like, I swear I heard them all being like, yeah, yeehaw. We got some action tonight. Ah! Like we heard them like all like patting on the back and like shouting about it.
Oh, they were loving it.
It was fucking ridiculous.
That's
so
funny.
Yeah, they ended up not arresting us, but I got fucked pretty hard with it and had to go to court a bunch of times and like do a whole bunch of.
Oh no shit! You had community service and shit.
Yeah, community service. I
didn't know they were gonna do that to you.
No, I got fucked pretty hard with it, but it was all right. Learning experience. I was happy my brother didn't have to do that. I was like, I'll do.
You took it, huh?
That's kind of cool. But
you should put that in like a Christmas card, like, "Hey, I took it for you."
He knows.
He knows. He
He was there.
He remembers.
But no, you look back, and I was like an epic experience. I was probably like 22 at that time and stuff. So
wow.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't. This is college too.
Yeah, I told you in college. Yeah,
I knew you here.
Yeah,
I forgot the beginning of that. I thought this for some reason I had you guys at 16 for some. I don't know.
No.
You didn't even start smoking till you were.
No, not till I met you.
Crazy, man. Yeah.
So here you go. That's not that almost. It was a bad memory, but it could have been like a horrible memory. And like now I look back and I was like, it's kind of an epic memory, I guess.
An epic memory.
Because I don't have to do the community service shit anymore and I don't have to pay any of the fines or go to any of the court hearings. I can look back at it and be like, it's classic bullshit. Classic Christmas bullshit. Who hasn't ended up in the back of a cop car on Christmas Eve before, huh? You've all been there, right?
That's so funny. Right? That's classic. All right. Slaps and Snaps on Last Christmas by WHAM. I'll go first. I got a
3 and a snap.
3 and a snap, which I feel like if I've gone through the 150 episodes, that's probably my most go-to rating because it's good. It's a classic, especially if done during Christmas. Now, if you hear this in June, it better be a Christmas in June party. If not, shut up, and I can't believe your girl used to do that to you. Turn it off, right? Or even in early November. I hate when they play Christmas music. I hate when they play Christmas music too early. That shit pisses me off. But with that said, the story is a little bit ridiculous about a guy simping. Really paid attention to it this time as we talked. So good to know what the actual story. I always kind of sensed there was something going on because he was always, this year I gave it to someone special. I was like, oh, he must have broke her heart or something. But now I know it was him with a girl that he thought he had it in with, and she was just like, no, it's just tonight. I got my man at home, and it's good to know that that's what the story. Slaps and snaps on your side.
Let me first answer the questions that we had.
Oh, I feel like you should slap and snap and then answer.
Should I?
Only because I passed it your way.
You're right.
Makes it flow
I don't want to break the rules on that.
There we go. Hey.
It was like a trickle of snaps like snowfall.
Very
and
soft.
3 slaps.
Very
Yeah.
soft.
I didn't want to be too aggressive with the
I got
snaps.
you.
Falls in the mid-range of like a regular song classic, but I do think that it is, I'll answer the question, I think it is a true Christmas classic. Why?
Yes.
Let's answer the questions I laid out before. Does it feel like it has the Christmas aura? Yeah.
Yes,
Look at the video, and they have like this winter wonderland. They're in the snow in Aspen. They're all like hanging by the fireplace. Friends hanging out. They're like, they got the tinsel, bunch of tinsel in this video and everything.
Lots of tinsel.
Lots of tinsel. Look at that right there. They're putting it on. I feel like tinsel was a big thing in the 80s.
I haven't seen tinsel in a long time. You're right.
Tinsel had a run in the 80s.
It's a good word, too.
Yeah. Look at, they're like throwing at each other and stuff. They keep showing this one girl with like the hair.
That's the girl.
She kind of has like Darlene from Roseanne hair. Oh, and also this guy shakes off snow. I meant to say that earlier. Like, I love it when you can clearly tell it's like TV snow. Like the way the guy shook it off, it was like, that's like Hollywood snow.
fake.
That's not how snow. It's actually a wet item. It's like ice. It doesn't just like shake off your head. You gotta like push it off. I don't know. We don't know that much about snow.
We don't do snow often. I'd snowboard here and there, but
It's another element of the whole Christmas memory that like we grew up with this whole vision of like what Christmas was, and it was all like this snowy winter wonderland, and we just didn't have that.
I think I had a one day of Christmas in like 1992. For
Crazy, dude.
You remember that? Like
I had one winter that was also spent with Christmas in the snow, and it was also 1992 because my grandma in Ohio actually passed away like a week before. So like my family went there. We went there. Well, because of it, I actually got to experience Christmas for like one time ever out in Ohio, and it was winter. And I remember I was like really wanting it to snow. And I remember my grandpa being like, didn't you say you wanted a white Christmas? And I was like, yeah. And he's like, yeah, look out the window. You got your wish. And like Christmas Eve, it started snowing. I was like, talk about happy Christmas memories. That one, put it on the top of the list. So that was it's funny that we were both out there that one year or in the snow. But for the most part, yeah, we just had normal. And as I got older, I was like, I think we got the right side of that because they deal with that shit the rest of winter. And
for the next 4 months.
Yeah, I'm good on that.
We have California Christmases, which is
we have our own.
not
way.
really winter. It's
No, they do sledding over at the beach here every.
Yeah.
It's,
do they really? That's
yeah.
funny.
So yeah, I think that this has the perfect Christmas aura. It's not too grating. It's so like a lot of those Christmas songs are very grating, and I would be okay hearing it the rest of the year, but like not a lot, and it would feel out of place. But it's not like if I heard Alvin and the Chipmunk Christmas in like May, I'd be like, turn this shit off now. This song. Still vibes.
No.
Still vibes. It's
No,
still
I
a decent
disagree.
song.
I
It's
disagree.
still a decent song.
I don't want to hear this shit other than late November and all of December. I don't want to hear it. So I disagree with you there. But
I'm saying it wouldn't be like
Yes, it would.
completely out of the like. It's still a song that if it wasn't about Christmas, you could hear it on the radio and you'd be like, yeah, it's a song that would play on the radio. You know what I mean?
we disagree on that subject.
You don't
Anyways,
think this song plays if it wasn't about Christmas?
and not if it's not that last week of November after Thanksgiving and all of
Because
December.
it has that Christmas aura to it, right?
That's it.
All right, well, that's the first part of the question that I was asking.
Perfect.
And then the other question was, is it a happy song or a sad song? I think we landed on sad, right?
For sure, said.
Pretty depressing ass fucking story.
Poor guy.
Yeah.
He's just overthinking about the situation.
This is what happens when a guy like falls in love with like the first girl. Like he never like kisses a girl until like he goes to college, and then he doesn't actually kiss a girl until he's like 20
At a Christmas
Christmas party because of like a mistletoe, and then he's like,
Yeah.
this is the result, man.
Yep. I want to hear this remix one more time before we get out of here because it's dope. Let's get down. Merry Christmas, everybody!